It is very naive and it is very destructive. It's deceptive to present everyone, as he says here, the church accompanies those who are walking, and referring back to Pope Francis. And I think this is a problem in the document, that they don't represent a problem to be solved, but are brothers and sisters to be welcomed, respected, and loved. That's very naive. And as a man living in Texas, let me tell you, there are some really dangerous bad boys coming across the border. And so I don't want to hear the la-di-da. Every single person coming across the border is not a problem to be solved, but our brothers and sisters to be welcomed, respected, and loved. And this kind of goes back to paragraph 73 for me. What is the impetus and the reason for the migrant? If you have people who are coming across, they want to kill, rape, carry fentanyl, traffic humans, or even just to come and to be a parasite, to take physical material goods and not to integrate, which is called for in the document, not to bless the culture. I don't think we should be required to say that they need to be respected or welcomed, particularly if they're doing something criminal, illegal, deceitful, if they're defrauding the government of money. There's only so much that you can do to care for the poor. Taxes go in. We have our social welfare programs. We have our care for veterans. We have our care for all kinds of different situations. There's that brought in, right? And that's a tax on the people living here. To be deceitful and to have false social security numbers and to lie, to create multiple identities and multiple accounts, set up gangs that steal and distribute drugs and traffic humans and bring in prostitutions. That is an element to this, and it needs to be addressed. That quote there by Pope Francis is sort of to me, as a man living in Texas, as a dad who has to tell my daughters, don't go to those places because I'm worried they're going to get kidnapped and human trafficked. Hey, you're a blonde little girl. You can't go to those places. You're a redheaded girl. Because these people who are walking across the border have increased the danger. I'm not saying every single person, but there is this sort of la-di-da, naive, idealistic presentation in this section of the document that as a man in Texas, I do not relate to and I have problems with. I think what we need is a conversation about intention of migrant. I think it has to be a case-by-case scenario. And when you talk about case-by-case for migrants, you're talking about a legal form of migration, not illegal or trickery. We need to find out who is coming to our countries and for what purpose.